Do you find yourself waking up several times a night, trudging to the bathroom, feeling that familiar urgency? Perhaps you lie there, frustrated, watching the minutes tick by on the clock, knowing that another interrupted night means another day feeling sluggish and tired. It's a reality for so many men, especially as we get a little older. That feeling of your bladder dictating your sleep schedule. You're not alone in this. That constant need to go, the weak flow, the discomfort. It can truly take a toll on your quality of life, making you feel less vibrant, less active, and frankly, just plain worn out. What if I told you that some of the biggest culprits behind these frustrating nighttime trips aren't just an inevitable part of aging, but rather surprisingly simple habits you might be doing right before bed? There's a hidden connection between your evening routine and your prostate health that most people overlook. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 often ignored night habits that could be silently affecting your prostate and disrupting your sleep. And don't worry, we're not talking about anything drastic or complicated. These are straightforward, practical adjustments that can make a world of difference. So, get ready to discover how to reclaim your nights and wake up feeling more rested. Make sure you watch right to the very end, because I've got something for you that will truly surprise you. Now, let's dive into the first crucial habit that might be sabotaging your peaceful nights. And it's one many of us might not even consider a problem: the timing and amount of fluids we drink in the evening. Think about it. We're often told to stay hydrated, and that's absolutely true and important for our overall health. But when it comes to your prostate and nighttime bathroom visits, when you drink can be just as important as what you drink. Imagine it. You've had a long day. Maybe you've been out and about, or perhaps you've just been busy around the house. As evening approaches, you might reach for a large glass of water, or perhaps you're finishing off a bottle of water from earlier. Many people believe a big glass of water right before bed helps with hydration throughout the night. While the intention is good, for men over 60, this can be a direct ticket to the bathroom a few hours later. Your bladder, already working harder to handle urine as the prostate naturally enlarges with age, simply can't hold as much for as long. So, if you fill it up right before you lie down, it's only a matter of time before it starts sending those urgent signals to your brain, pulling you out of that precious deep sleep. The simple fix here is not to stop drinking, but to become more mindful of when you're hydrating. Try to front-load your fluid intake earlier in the day. Make sure you're getting plenty of water in the morning and afternoon. Then, as evening approaches, start tapering off. Aim to stop or significantly reduce your fluid intake about 2 to 3 hours before you plan to go to bed. So, if you're hitting the pillow around 10 p.m., try to have your last significant drink by 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. Of course, a small sip if you feel a dry mouth is fine, but avoid large glasses of water, juice, or other beverages. This gives your body ample time to process the fluids and for your bladder to empty before you even lay your head down. It's like preparing your car for a long journey. You top up the tank before you set off, not right before you park for the night. This isn't about dehydrating yourself. It's about strategic hydration. Start noticing how quickly you can empty your bladder before bed when you limit your fluids in the evening. You might find you can go from needing to visit the bathroom every hour or 2 in the night to perhaps just once, or even sleeping all the way through. It's a small adjustment, but it has a massive impact on your sleep quality and how refreshed you feel the next morning. Moving on to another big one. And this ties into fluids, but deserves its own spotlight: late-night caffeine and alcohol. Now, these two are often part of our winding down routines, aren't they? Maybe it's that evening cup of coffee, a digestive after dinner, or a couple of beers while watching the news. Many of us don't feel the immediate buzz from caffeine as strongly as we did in our younger years. So we might think it's okay to have a coffee or even a tea that contains caffeine in the evening. Similarly, a glass of wine or a beer can feel like a relaxing way to unwind and prepare for sleep. But here's the hidden truth. Both caffeine and alcohol are diuretics. What does that mean? They actually increase our urine production. So, not only are you introducing more fluid into your system, but these substances are actively telling your kidneys to produce more urine. And at a faster rate. It's a double whammy for your bladder and prostate. Imagine your bladder is a sponge. If you're filling it with a regular drink, it slowly absorbs. But with caffeine or alcohol, it's like someone is actively squeezing more water into that sponge, making it fill up much more quickly. This effect is even more pronounced for men over 60 because our bladders are already less elastic and our kidneys process fluids a little differently. Beyond the diuretic effect, alcohol can also relax the bladder muscles and disrupt your sleep cycle. Even if it initially makes you feel drowsy, you might fall asleep faster, but the quality of that sleep is often fragmented and less restorative. Many people find themselves waking up feeling less refreshed even after what they thought was a full night's rest. The solution here is quite simple, but requires a bit of discipline. Avoid caffeine and alcohol for at least 4 to 6 hours before bedtime. This means if you're planning to be in bed by 10 p.m., that afternoon, coffee should be your last. Ideally by 4 p.m. As for alcohol, consider having your last drink with dinner, well before your winding down routine begins. Or, better yet, switch to water or a caffeine-free herbal tea in the evenings. It might feel like a sacrifice at first, especially if these have been long-standing habits. But the immediate improvement in your nighttime bathroom trips and the depth of your sleep will be a huge motivator. You'll wake up feeling more genuinely rested, with less of that frustrating grogginess that comes from a broken night's sleep. Just try it for a week and observe the difference. You might be genuinely surprised by how much more soundly you sleep. Now, let's talk about something many of us enjoy after a long day: our evening meals and those tempting late-night snacks. While we often focus on what we eat for general health, for prostate comfort and a peaceful night's sleep, when and how you eat your evening meal and what you choose to snack on makes a significant difference. Many of us are used to having our main meal quite late, perhaps after 7 p.m. or even 8 p.m. If that meal is heavy, rich in fats, or particularly spicy and acidic, your digestive system has to work overtime to break it down. And here's where it connects to your prostate. A heavily working digestive system can put pressure on your bladder and prostate, which are right in the neighborhood. Furthermore, certain foods, especially those that are highly acidic or very spicy, can actually irritate the bladder lining. Think about that fiery curry, a big bowl of chili, or even very acidic tomato-based sauces. While delicious, consuming these close to bedtime can trigger that feeling of urgency, even if your bladder isn't completely full. It's a bit like having a nagging sensation that keeps you from truly relaxing. And then there are the late-night snacks. How many of us reach for a bag of crisps, a sugary biscuit, or even something quite processed before hitting the hay? These processed foods, high in unhealthy fats, sugar, and artificial ingredients, can contribute to systemic inflammation in the body. And inflammation, as you might know, can worsen many health conditions, including prostate discomfort. Your body is busy trying to deal with these inflammatory compounds when it should be winding down and repairing itself. So, the simple, actionable step here is to consider both the timing and the composition of your evening meal and any snacks. Try to eat your main evening meal a little earlier, ideally at least 3 hours before you plan to go to bed. This gives your body plenty of time to digest most of the food before you lie down. As for what to eat, opt for lighter, easier to digest meals in the evening. Think lean proteins, plenty of cooked vegetables, and complex carbohydrates like a small portion of whole grain rice or sweet potato. Steer clear of very spicy, acidic, or fatty foods that might irritate your system. And if you absolutely must have a snack before bed, choose something light and simple, like a small banana, a few almonds, or a slice of whole wheat toast with a little peanut butter. These provide a gentle energy release without taxing your digestive system or introducing inflammatory compounds. Making these adjustments to your evening eating habits can significantly reduce the pressure and irritation on your bladder and prostate, helping you achieve a more restful and uninterrupted night's sleep. Next up, let's talk about how you spend your evenings, specifically if you tend to be very sedentary. Many of us, after a busy day, collapse onto the sofa and stay there until it's time for bed. We might be engrossed in a good book, watching our favorite TV shows, or simply scrolling through our devices. While relaxation is vital, prolonged periods of sitting in the evening can have a subtle but significant impact on your prostate health and Consequently, your nighttime routine, when you sit for extended periods, especially on soft, cushioned surfaces, it can lead to reduced circulation in the pelvic area. This lack of movement and stagnant blood flow isn't ideal for any organ, and your prostate is no exception. Good circulation helps to remove waste products and bring essential nutrients to tissues, reducing inflammation and supporting overall organ health. Furthermore, staying in one position for hours can put direct pressure on the prostate area, which can contribute to discomfort or even worsen existing symptoms of an enlarged prostate. Think about it. Your body is designed for movement, even gentle movement. It keeps everything flowing smoothly. When you're sitting still for hours on end, you're not allowing your body's natural mechanisms to work as efficiently. So, what's the actionable step here? It's not about running a marathon before bed. It's about incorporating gentle, easy movement into your evening routine. Instead of sitting continuously for hours, try to break up your sedentary time. Every hour or so, get up and walk around for a few minutes. You could walk to the kitchen for a glass of water. Remember, small sips, or simply stretch and move around your living room. Consider a short, gentle stroll outside if the weather permits, even just for 10 or 15 minutes. This could be a peaceful walk around the block, taking in the evening air. If walking isn't an option, some gentle stretching or light yoga movements can be incredibly beneficial. Focus on stretches that open up the hips and pelvis, like a gentle butterfly stretch or kneaded chest stretches, which can help relieve tension and promote better circulation in the area. Even just standing and shifting your weight for a few minutes can make a difference. The goal is to avoid prolonged periods of immobility that can contribute to congestion and discomfort around your prostate. By simply adding these small pockets of gentle movement into your evening, you'll be actively supporting better circulation and reducing pressure, paving the way for a more comfortable and uninterrupted night's sleep. It's a simple change, but its positive effects can truly resonate throughout your body. Finally, let's address a habit that often goes unacknowledged, yet profoundly impacts not just your prostate, but your overall well-being: the cumulative effect of ignoring good sleep hygiene and succumbing to chronic stress. You might wonder, how do stress and sleep hygiene directly relate to your prostate and those nighttime bathroom trips? Well, the connection is far stronger than you might imagine. When you're under chronic stress, your body is in a constant state of fight or flight. This triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol, which can have a wide range of effects on your body, including influencing fluid balance and contributing to inflammation. For your prostate, this increased inflammation can exacerbate existing symptoms, making that urge to urinate feel even more persistent. Moreover, stress makes you more attuned to every little discomfort, every bladder sensation, which means even a slightly full bladder can feel like an emergency, pulling you from sleep. Compounding this is poor sleep hygiene. This isn't just about getting enough hours of sleep, but the quality of your sleep and your routine leading up to it. If you're constantly exposed to bright screens right before bed, if your bedroom isn't dark, quiet, and cool, or if your mind is racing with worries, your body isn't able to enter the deep, restorative sleep necessary for repair and regulation. When your sleep is fragmented and light, your brain is more likely to register those bladder signals, rousing you awake. It's a vicious cycle. Stress causes more nighttime urgency, and the lack of sleep due to that urgency then increases stress levels further. So, the actionable step here is to consciously cultivate a relaxing evening routine and actively manage your stress. This isn't about eliminating stress entirely, which is often impossible, but about building habits that help your body and mind wind down. Start by disconnecting from screens, phones, tablets, computers, and even television, at least an hour before you plan to go to sleep. The blue light emitted by these devices can interfere with your body's production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. Instead, try reading a physical book, listening to calming music, or engaging in a gentle hobby. Consider incorporating mindfulness or meditation exercises into your evening. Even 10 minutes of deep breathing can significantly calm your nervous system. Make your bedroom a sanctuary. Keep it dark, quiet, and at a comfortable, slightly cool temperature. Invest in good curtains or an eye mask if needed. And for stress, Try to identify your main stressors and find healthy outlets for them during the day. Consider journaling your worries before bed, or talking through them with a trusted friend or family member. Remember, your mind and body are deeply interconnected. By creating a peaceful, stress-reducing evening environment, you're not just improving your sleep, you're directly supporting your prostate health by reducing inflammation and allowing your body to truly rest and repair itself. It's a holistic approach that can bring profound relief. So, we've walked through 5 powerful, yet often overlooked, night habits that can make a real difference to your prostate health and, most importantly, to getting a good night's sleep. It began with recognizing how simply changing when and how much you drink in the evening can free you from those frequent bathroom trips. We then explored the sneaky impact of caffeine and alcohol before bed, revealing how they directly increase urine production and disrupt your precious sleep cycle. We also talked about the surprising truth that a heavy, fatty, or spicy dinner, or even late-night processed snacks, can irritate your bladder and digestive system, keeping you awake. Remember, choosing lighter, earlier meals can make a world of difference. Then, we considered the often ignored habit of prolonged sedentary evenings, showing how even gentle movement can improve circulation and reduce discomfort around your prostate. And finally, we uncovered the profound connection between your stress levels and poor sleep hygiene, and how cultivating a calm, restful evening routine can quiet your mind and body, allowing for deeper, more restorative sleep. It might feel like a lot to take in, but remember, you don't have to overhaul everything at once. Small, consistent changes truly add up to big results. Start with just 1 or 2 of these habits that resonate most with you. Perhaps it's cutting out that late-night coffee, or making sure you get up and move around a bit more in the evening. Each small step you take is an investment in your comfort, your energy, and your overall well-being. Imagine waking up feeling truly refreshed, without that groggy, interrupted feeling. Imagine not having to plan your day around bathroom breaks. This isn't just about your prostate. It's about reclaiming your vitality, your independence, and your enjoyment of life. You have the power to make these positive shifts. I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these habits before? Or do you have your own tips for a better night's sleep and prostate health? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else who's going through the same thing. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps us reach more people who could benefit from this information. Also, consider subscribing to our channel. We're dedicated to bringing you more practical, easy-to-understand advice to help you live your healthiest, happiest life, no matter your age. Remember, you deserve to feel your best. Live your best life at every age.